everybody, it's me again. I'm back again with another video. As I promised, I was going to make a video about my TEAS test results. If you watched my last video, I did take the TEAS test on Friday, January 5th. And let me tell you, it was harder than I thought. A lot of people have said this. If you've watched other people's YouTube videos, you might have heard this as well. Test B, form Test B, whatever, off of the ATI website, because I just wanted to see what it was I was getting myself into. I felt that I studied really hard using the Mometrix ATI TEAS Secret Study Guide. This book, I featured it in my last video. But I just wanted to know what I was getting myself into. So I bought it after reading a lot of forums and getting a lot of information from other people. It seemed like the Test B, out of Test A and Test B that they had, the practice exams on the ATI website, it seemed that Test B would be harder. So I chose Test B. Took Test B the first time, got a 78%. Not what I was expecting. Took it again, got a 92%. However, taking it again wasn't really proof to me that I would do any better, because you are given the same questions. You seem to remember your answers from the last one or what you should have picked. So I got a 92% on the second exam. Took the exam at one of the colleges I intend to apply to, a community college. So I would be getting my ADN there when accepted. I say when, I'm using faith. And I got an 83.3%. Granted, that's passing because you need a 62%. And granted, that is in the advanced section. That's not the score I was hoping to get. Like, I was hoping to get a 90% or above. And it was just really weird, because when I took Test B, reading was my highest, and I hate to toot my own horn, but I'm really good at reading and interpreting things. But when I took the TEAS exam, that was my lowest. Like, I got 71% in that section. And there are many factors that would seem like it has something to do with me getting a lower score in that section, such as the fact that I only got like 2 hours or 1 to 2 hours of sleep that night, because my newborn, not a newborn anymore, a 3-month-old decided he wanted to wake up multiple times that night. And I was just groggy and tired as heck that morning. I mean, if you would have jumped in front of my car, you would have been dead, because my reaction rate was not that good that morning. But I was just tired and groggy. And the fact that, I mean, there's just other factors. And really, maybe I just should have studied harder. I neglected to study that section because I thought I had this in the bag. And I did on all the practice exams, and even the practice exams in the ATI TEAS, the Mometrix study guide. Even those, my reading was just top notch. The best I did out of all of the best that I've done out of all of the sections in the practice exams was my reading. And I take the actual exam, and that's my lowest. I scored highest in math. I got like I believe like a 95% in the math, which is also shocking. But that was an area that I was working to study really hard in, because I was scared that I wouldn't get a high score in it. English, got an 87%. Or an 88%, I can't remember, it was high. And science, I got a 78%. Now, if I have to offer some study tips for the TEAS, I kind of feel like there's no way that, other than what you already know about science and reviewing your notes from AMP and AMP2, AMP1 and AMP2, Anatomy and Physiology, and some microbiology, there's nothing much you can do to prepare for the science section. Either you know it or you don't. Because the questions are just so random. The practice exam on the ATI website, it gives you a clue of, how the test is going to go. But as for the questions that I actually got on my exam, don't expect there to be a relatable question on there. I didn't get it. I don't know if they have like a test bank that's different for everyone, the questions that you get on the TEAS exam, but I didn't, there wasn't anything similar on my actual exam. I did, however, get home and write down questions that I felt from the science section that I felt I may have gotten wrong, but then when I looked it up on Google, I got them right. Some of them. Advice that I can give to you is if I could do it over again, I wouldn't have bought the test form B. And this is just free information I'm giving to you. I bought it anyway because I wanted to see on Quizlet, there are questions on there. If you type in ATI TEAS, that other people have put on there. Now, after I bought the test form B, I just got curious to see if some of those questions are on a test form B. Somebody put it on there, and someone did. So, free advice to you, go on Quizlet and see if the test form questions are on there. And they are, for test form B anyway. There is one set of questions that has multiple choice answers also with it that you can pick from, and I would study those if you want to, but I wouldn't waste my money on test form B because they are on Quizlet. So in reviewing this book, this was only useful for me for everything else besides science. Like if you want to brush up on the science portion, great, you can with this book. But the questions are so vast, and unlike what other people have said in their video about there being a lot of endocrine questions, but I didn't encounter a lot of endocrine questions. There were just endocrine system questions. It was just widespread. So I would just, buckle down and study. But yes, this is a good study guide to have. It really helped me with my English because I can write a bomb research paper or essay, but I couldn't tell you what's an adverb, what's a verb before brushing up because I don't freaking know. Like I didn't even pay attention. All I know is I read a lot and I know how everything should look. But this helped me to brush up. It helped me to learn what it is that I pushed out of my brain long ago in high school. It also helped me with the math section on the TEAS test. So yes, this was a great resource for the math section as well. What I can say for the math section is learn your measurements and your area and perimeters. In this book, there's like the area of a prism or the area of a trapezoid. I didn't get those funky kinds of questions. You may need to know the area or the circumference of a circle, the perimeter of a circle or a square, like basic shapes. So I would suggest brushing up on that. And I did my research and tried to figure out if the formula would be given on the test. And there were questions that didn't have the formula on the test for area or converting something like feet into yards or something like that. It wasn't on the test. So I would just brush up on those basic measurements. I do remember a question that did convert things like a pint to a gallon for you, like the formula was there. So yeah, just in case, I would know those things. So yes, I would definitely brush up with my reading with this book. But all in all, this book was great. I would definitely buy it. I did not buy the ATI study guide. I heard that you need to be more in depth, and this book really did the trick for me. So, and also this book. If you just need a quick review, get this book. It does do the trick for you as well. Granted, I got a 78% on science. This book really does help me with a quick review. Now, I do take the TEAS test again on 22nd of February. I registered for 2 exams, and unfortunately for the community colleges in my area, they will accept the first exam that you passed above 62%. So I cannot retake the exam for them and resubmit scores. But luckily, when I calculated my GPA along with my TEAS, they go on a point system, and my points are above the cutoff score that they will accept into the program. And so that's great news. So for those area community colleges, I will be put into a pool, hopefully, and randomly selected by the computer. So, crossing my fingers and praying to God and having faith for that. But the program that I really want to get into is my university, and they accept the three. They will take the highest score out of 3 attempts. So February 22nd is my last chance, and I do believe I will get a higher score this time. Yeah, whatever went wrong on the reading section, I need to remediate that because that just never happens to me, especially not on reading. But not to be cocky about it, but that's like my best section. I don't know what happened. And there are many things that run through your mind when you don't get the score that you want. So just basically what to expect on the TEAS exam. You're gonna go in there and there's gonna be a clock on the top of the screen. It's gonna let you know how much time you have for each section. There's gonna be a calculator also embedded in the screen. So when you reach that math portion, you just click on it and you'll just have to click away for each, number that you need to use. You can't just use the 10 keypad. It doesn't work that way. And then at the end of each section, it will let you know that you're about to enter into another section. You can go back to the questions you've already answered and change your answer at that time. But if you choose to click continue after that message, it's going to shoot you into the next section. And you'll start there. After each section, that box will pop up to let you know you're about to enter into the next section. So when that box pops up, you're in limbo. The clock is off. So you can, I guess you can go choose to use the bathroom. But you're off the clock, and there aren't any questions on the screen at that time. So I would think that's the best time to use the bathroom. But anyway, yeah. So my second attempt will be on February 22nd. I intend to go back and get a higher score. I will be sending in my application for that university at that time. But on February 1st, beginning February 1st, I will be sending my application out to all the area community colleges, and about 3 of them. The good news is that Plan B, it might turn into my Plan A. The end result is to get to my BSN, but the area community colleges have a collaboration that you can apply for in your second semester of nursing school, and it's a collaboration with that university to where you can complete your ADN courses at the same time completing your courses to get a BSN at that university. So what my schedule would look like if I were accepted into an ADN program and then accepted into the collaboration program, I would have classes in the summer at the university. And I think my last semester would be all classes at the university only. So it would turn into a 2.5, 2.5 long education plan nursing program for my BSN. If not, it'll be a 2-year program for my ADN. So we'll see. That is sounding more appealing to me at this moment because it's a lower cost. You're completing courses at a community college too for the nursing program instead of doing it all at the university. So it's a lower cost, and in the end you get your BSN. So we'll see. I'm very excited to find out what's going to happen, and how 2018 is going to end. I'm just gonna pray, have faith, and continue on this journey. I hope you all are having a great start to 2018, and I hope you finish 2017 strong. And I hope that you have just the most wonderful year. If you're in a program or if you're on the grind trying to complete your prerequisites, go for it. Just keep going. It's been a long process for me. It's going to be a long process for you, but you'll eventually get there. Don't give up. Don't quit. I'm not quitting. You don't quit. Keep going. If you're meant to be a nurse, you know it, and just don't give up. Anyway, have a great day, and I intend to do more videos. Now I don't have school, so it's just a waiting game. And I hope to revamp this channel, get a little bit more editing going on this channel, do more things, have a section about my mom life, about my, you know, just being a mom, really, being a boss at work, just anything, or have a section about my children, which I'm a little hesitant to be putting on YouTube like that, but we'll see. But anyway, thank you guys for your support. Thank you for my little group of subscribers right now. If you like my videos, if you want to see more content, please subscribe. Um, I'd love to have you along on this journey with me and to hear about your journey as well. Anyway, hope you have a great day. Bye.